Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik. We, the people living here today, and even the people of the previous ages, all wanted to be happy. We want to live a happy life. We want to enjoy the life. We want to do several things. Why? Because we want to live a life which is full of life. We want to do plenty of things. We should be doing actually. We should be doing plenty of things. And all of those things are good and fine as long as it does not hurt other people. As long as it does not damage the life of the other people, I think we have every right to become a happy person. My dear friends, the article I've chosen today for the sake of discussion is how to be happy, 11 habits of people who find joy in everyday life. Dear friends, since we want to become a happy person, since we want our days to become enjoyable one, since we want our days to become a happy one, so I think in that context, we should start exploring the way how to be a happy person, how to live and spend our days happily, and how to be full of life. That is, I think, which we need to remember. That is something which we need to do. And the article I have chosen is a very useful and a very beneficial one. This article has been written by Tina Fey. Tina Fey is a well-known researcher and author, and she has contributed a lot. She has really contributed a lot by writing very useful and very beneficial articles on applied psychology, how to live a more happy life, how to become a more productive person. But as far as today's article is concerned, the caption of this very useful article is how to be happy, 11 habits of people who find joy in everyday life. Dear friends, now let's look upon those 11 habits of the people who find joy in everyday life. We need to learn it, we need to know it so that we could adopt it, so that we could take the maximum advantage, so that we could take the maximum benefit out of it. First of all, the author says practice gratitude and not the criticism or complaining. Now look upon our life, look upon the life here, the people here in Pakistan and the similar countries are leading. What happens with us, even the westerners, even the people from other parts of the world, I think that the complaining everything, maybe that has become a way of life, maybe that has become a kind of second nature, that we are seen criticizing and we are competing each other. As for the criticism is concerned, we think that this is an art, we think that this is a science, and we need to adopt it, we want to adopt it, we want to be a better critic as compared to the other people, we want to become a more loud critic, we want to become we want to become a fiery critic. We want to complain everything else, and we want to tell that I am absolutely and totally dissatisfied and unhappy with the situation, with this person, with that person. I think that we need to come out of that and stop complaining, stop criticizing, because it is a kind of poison which is poisoning our mind, your mind. And if at all our minds are poisoned, now let me ask a question: can we lead a happy life? Absolutely not. We cannot lead a happy life at all as long as we are criticizing, we are complaining, because that is a pure poison. But sometimes, quite positively, we need to suggest a person that here the improvement is needed, and you will become even a more better person, you will become even a more successful person, even a more respectable, honorable, and a happy person, if at all you succeed in making this improvement. And also that it lies in your own best interest, if at all you mend your ways here. And most importantly, now the basic part of this number one point, this is that gratitude and gratitude toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, toward our parents, toward the people who have done one type of favor or another type of favor to us, the people who taught us something, the people from whom we learned something. I think from where we got a good information, from where we get a good piece of knowledge, from where we got a bit of wisdom. I think that we need to become a grateful people toward the society as well. And this is the gratefulness which makes us a happy person, and absolutely not the criticism, the complaining. We need to become, if at all we want to become a happy person, we need to become grateful person. The more grateful we are, I think the happier and the more contented person we will become. I think that we will be able to lead a fuller life if at all we learn to understand how to become a grateful person. It's very simple. It's not complicated at all. But once start practicing it, let's say for one full month, I believe that our life will be totally transformed. And now the second habit of the people who are seen enjoying everyday life, this second is always smile. I think we all the people from Pakistan and me first, I we need to learn how to smile. I think that we should start smiling again. The better, the more we smile, it will have a lot of effect upon our face as well. It will have a lot of effect upon our psyche as well. We need to become a happy, we need to smile, and we need to smile abundantly. And now the third habit of the happy people is that embrace your inner child. Embrace your, what is meant by this? There during the childhood we did not think much that what the other people will say. If at all it did not hurt them, we were seen doing the thing for the sake of our player. And I think that we need to return to our childhood, and we should start doing the same thing. If at all there is something very trivial like enjoying the swing, any other habit, I think we should start enjoying that, as long as it does not hurt other people. It is our right at all, and we should not be hurting ourselves as well. We should start practicing so many of the childish habits, because for the sake of happiness. And now the fourth habit of the people who find joy in everyday life, the fourth habit is feel your feelings, even the unpleasant ones. Feel your feelings, even the unpleasant one. Yes, indeed. Everything is not pleasant. If at all we have failed somewhere else, we failed to achieve what we wanted to. We had invested a lot of time, lot of energy and money, and so many other efforts as well. But ultimately, the result came that I did not succeed there. I could not get the kind of result I wanted to have. I think here too we should be feeling sorrow. We should accept it with the open heart, with the open heart and mind, that everything is not pleasant, everything is not sweet here in this world. While eating the almonds, some of the almonds might be the bitter one. So why not to accept it? Why not to relish it as well? This is also a part of life. And then one thing which is very important is that feel sorrow for it, mourn for it, but not forever, for a limited amount of time. It could be a week or it could be a month, etc., but it should not be, it must not be forever. Then look for and work for the other successes and the happiness in the life. Now the fifth habit is get moving. It's science. Gets moving. Get moving. It's science. Mean get moving. The physical work, the physical exercise, walking, jogging, running, gym, yoga, aerobics, or any other form of it. Even working with your own hand like a laborer. That is the whole science, and it cannot be explained in a minute or two. I think that the books can be written, not just the articles. How may mean being a happy person by get moving. So it is extremely important, and get moving indeed. And now the sixth habit of the people who find joy in everyday life is that spreading the kindness. A kind hearted person, I think is liked and loved by the people. So why to become a stingy person? Why not to do the favors to the other people? I think do the small favors everywhere else. I'm not talking about the major sacrifices, but I am talking about the small favors. I think that we need to learn how to make the small favors, and we should be ready all the time to make the small favors, spread kindness. It will bring look, imagine that if at all we have done a small favor to someone else, obviously they will become happy. And once they are happy with because of our one kindness, our kind heartedness, I think either they will become grateful to us, or even if they don't, still I think there is every cause to feel happiness. So spreading kindness will bring us the happiness. Small favors here and there. And now the seventh habit is savor life's simple player. Savor life's simple player. Unfortunately, we people are seen working for the major players, the bigger achievement, the bigger success. I think if at all we are that much focused upon those things, what does happen is that we fail to enjoy the smaller, the trivial players which can be achieved on a daily basis. I think that we can find joy and pleasure in several smaller items on a daily basis. If at all this be the case, I think it should be considered a kind of wealth. Why to ignore it? It's okay to look for, to work for, to struggle for, even to focus upon something major, something important. But at the same time, never ever lose, never ever sacrifice, and never ever be a foolish person to lose the smaller players, the smaller joys we can get on a daily basis. The small savor life's simple players. And now the eighth habit of people who find joy in everyday life. The eighth habit is find your passion. Finding the passion, what gives me happiness, what does not make me feel tired, what does not make me feel boredom at all. I think that we need to find it, we need to enjoy it, and we need to adopt it. We, each one of us, have certain type of passion, one type of it or the other type of it. Some of the passion could be converted into the career, into the profession as well, while another, some of the passion, they should be followed privately. And I think that we need to find it, we need to pursue it, because it gives a purpose to our life, and it can give us the kind of happiness no other thing at all can give us. So never forget at all to find your passion. It is something which is extremely important. Find your passion, the thing which you love doing for a longer period of time, which I don't say that you need to become a workaholic, but it can give us a kind of satisfaction we desperately need. Now the eighth habit of the people who find joy in everyday life is that they laugh. We used to laugh during our childhood, during our youth, but later on, once we became mature, once we entered the 40s and the 50s, we had forgotten it. I think that is something important we need to learn. We need to learn to laugh. As long as it does not hurt other people, I think we should laughing upon our own mistakes, laughing upon our own stupidities, as well as there are certain other things which make us laugh. Learn to laugh, develop the sense of humor. I think as far the humor is concerned, I think we should have a knack of, you know, practicing the humor. It brings the spice to our life, and we should learn to laugh. Learning the art of humor, very very important indeed. Now, the tenth habit of the people who find joy in everyday life is ditch the drama. Own your happiness. Don't be an artificial. Don't adopt a lifestyle which is not a realistic one, which is fake and which is artificial one. There is a fake appearance, fake appearance, fake attitude, fake habit, fake look, and everything else is fake. If at all this be the case, that we are wearing a kind of mask, if at all we are a kind wearing a kind of mask or a facade, I think we can never ever become a genuine person. And if at all we are not a genuine person, how come shall we be able to be a happy person? How come shall we be able to enjoy the life? So ditch the drama, own your happiness, unless and until we don't get rid of that unrealistic fake appearance and fake it and wearing the mask, we can never be a happy person. And the 11th and the lost habit of the people who find joy in everyday life is embrace boredom and unplug. What is happening today, that every time we feel a bit of a boredom, what we instantly and immediately do is that we take out the smartphone from our pocket, we get busy on the social media. I think up to an extent that has become a norm. But remember that don't be addicted to it, because addiction of the social media, addiction of the smartphone, or addiction of certain other thing, I think that is debilitating, that is weakening us, and we shouldn't be doing it at all. What we need to do is that we should become a real person, and not a person, not a social media person only, and unplug. That is also, but some of the time, for a little amount of time, we should be able to avail to enjoy the social media, but it should not and it should never become an addiction. I think these 11 habits of the people who find joy in everyday life, these are, each one of these is really important. And that is how, this is the art of happiness, how to be happy. This is an art of happiness indeed. Each one of us should learn it. That is more important than being a rich person. That is more important than being a famous person. This is more important than being an influential person. This is more important than being a powerful person. We should learn it. We should enjoy it. That is real life. Thank you.